I'm here in Oregon, just off rural Route 9, outside the town of Springfield, in front of Sneed's Feed and Seed. Today, this shop...
Welcome to another video. I'm BasedBellagio. Today we're going to discuss Dark and Darker and new allegations that they stole assets and IP from major Korean company Nexon. And mainly the standpoint of this video is a semi-history into how devastating even the accusations of this could be. Games like Atlas, Myth of Empires were brought down to their knees. Now, if you don't know, Dark and Darker is a Tarkov-style extraction looter medieval dungeon crawler where you play with up to 16 people, enter into a dungeon, attempt to loot it, fight other players and NPCs, and try to make your way and extract. And check out OnePeg's video for more details on the allegations, and I will link an article down below that you could read and translate with Google Translate. But essentially, IronMace Games, the creators of Dark and Darker, are being accused by Nexon of taking assets. Now, let's look what happened to Atlas. Atlas was a popular pirate simulator, sailing simulator, built on the backbone of Arc technology. This was not advertised to the gamers and the public. Atlas was advertised as a brand new game, a brand new experience. When players played it, they felt it was very similar to Arc, with similar taming systems, similar interfaces. And then when gamers discovered a hidden in-game menu, huge speculation erupted over the internet if this was Arc 2 or Arc DLC. It was irrefutable proof at this point that Atlas was, according to the memes and how the gamers remember it, just another Arc clone. Atlas is not worth playing because it's just another clone. But, in my opinion, Arc is a very fun game with very fun pirate themes and cool server systems. But the rumors alone and the negative press of the asset stealing, quote unquote, as people remember it, it never survived the fall. And Atlas still to this day has very low server count. So Arc and Atlas never went into lawsuit mode because that was an original rumor of the whole scenario that gamers like you still might remember playing out that way. Nudge, nudge, Mandela effect. Grapeshot is a sister studio of Studio Wildcard. They were one in the same, and that's why it never panned out into litigation. But on the other hand, Myth of Empires, another game that was accused of stealing assets from Arc and Atlas code, they were so wiped out by these accusations and an actual lawsuit that they had to take their game off of Steam and Epic and all major gaming providers, hugely crippling the American and European player base. And the makers of Myth of Empires had to come up with their own browser to launch the game, even with giving free copies of the game out to various content creators, including myself. That game cannot hold more than about 50 to 100 English-speaking players. And the game has drifted deep into Chinese internet and a Chinese server game. Those servers are infested with hackers, infested with item duping, with major guilds that run entire regions that don't let new players in, and it is not a very good experience. That even if it came back, it would be hard unless the servers were completely separated from the new player servers. Myth of Empires will never recover, in my opinion, even in the event that they win a court case, they win the rights to the game, and the game makes a miraculous comeback. I think the time is done. They missed the mark. Other survival games of that genre have already released to major audiences, and Myth of Empires will never catch up again in the West. That being said, will this happen to IronMace games? Will this be a huge problem for Dark and Darker? My theories are yes. Just the rumors of this alone are going to sully the great game of Dark and Darker. If this Korean company that has huge amounts of money, Nexon Gaming is the most famous for MapleStory, but since then they've created a huge library of gacha games and famous games in Korea and the East. They have the money to sue IronMace Games and Dark and Darker, and if they do, this could take Dark and Darker off Western servers, off Western gaming providers, in my theory, from what has happened in the past to other games. And that would be very bad for Dark and Darker. The only way they could beat this is if they get a good legal team and rush to prove their innocence, to nip all these accusations in the bud. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Do you agree or disagree, and what are your thoughts? Is this devastating for Dark and Darker? Thank you for watching this video, and please consider giving it a thumbs up to beat the algorithms of ex-YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki. Thank you all for watching. And if you'd like more gaming news videos like this, comment down below. Let me know if this was a helpful video. Thank you again.